I was informed by the general that he was, and then the sentence will continue, was reporting to the Office of the Minister of Police on the progress of the matter every 10 working days. I think I did a double, was just one. Mr. Rapesu, can you confirm?
Sorry, Ms. Boy.
Oh, my apologies.
Maybe still on that correction, to avoid any uncertainty, we should say I was informed by General Jacobs,
Yes, we'll
because he's
add
referred
that.
to much earlier in the paragraphs and there's no obvious connection.
And so the sentence will read, I was informed by General Jacobs that he was reporting to the Office of the Minister of Police on the progress of the matter every 10 working days. Can you confirm this?
I confirm, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, Ms. Bowen.
Then we can move to investigations and consultations. At paragraph 34, you just note there that you conducted investigations and your general approach. Do you want to summarize that, your approach to investigations?
Yeah, just in summary, as I studied at 34.
Oh my God.
Just the information that was in the docket, it was not enough for us to have gone anywhere. So we basically made an appointment to meet with the complainant, which was supposed to be on the 19th, but that meeting never materialized. So we decided to meet as a team on the 19th. So I collected Mr. Perumal at the airport to go and meet with Advocate Ramsamy in Midrand. So when we arrived there, Advocate had already prepared documents for us emanating from the dockets that I've already collected at General Jacobs' office.
And when you say that he prepared documents, you mean the copies of the
copies of
dockets?
those dockets.
All right.
So Chief Perumal brought a stack of documents. It could be maybe between 10 to 20 pages.
When you say 10 to 20 pages, I'm also looking at your hand gestures. Is that, or
Hey?
oh,
Yeah, let me just say around 20, just to be safe.
yes.
Thank you.
And where did he say these documents came from?
No, he said he received them from Mr. Fadiel Adams.
Did he indicate when he received those documents?
No, that I cannot say. He never indicated.
Okay. And what were the contents of these documents?
The documents were basically talking about the vettings. It was more or less about the people at Crime Intelligence. The names will be Madondo. It was information relating to the procurement of the forklift.
And was there any other documents apart from the ones related to vetting and the forklift issue?
No, I can't say much about that, but because we were deliberating, we were also talking about the housebreaking on the Lushaba matter. We were discussing these things at random. So, but what I could pick up is those.
All right. And you say that at this meeting you took some notes.
Yes, I did take some notes.
Commissioners, the notes are attached as MRR4 at page 31 of the annexures. I tried to read some of them, but Mr. Rapesu advised that he, maybe perhaps to explain your approach when you take notes.
Chair, when we take notes, we basically write, but what we usually do is we don't from our side, we write in such a way that even if I get to lose this document, the person who will have it will not be able to make out what was this about, because we are dealing with sensitive information, people's names and other things. So you try to be as vague as you can, but at least you as the writer, you will be able to remember what was this about. So if you see snakes and other things there, you must just understand that that's the way we operate. Thank you, Chair.
I must say, I wanted to say your handwriting is better than someone we all know here.
I just whispered to my colleagues that by far, this is very beautiful compared to mine.
And so you note that in the meeting you also discussed how, but perhaps before we move past the documents, I have to ask, from the documents that you saw, the 20 pages, in your opinion, would it fit under a normal standard door?
Ish. It's possible, it's possible.
Poet, does it not depend on what the door looks like? Should we not just subpoena Parliament to send us photos of the office and what the door looks like? Because a witness who has not been there are some doors that leave space large enough for things to slide under, and others don't provide for that. So isn't Parliament better positioned to give us that information?
Commissioner Kumalo, I take your point, and perhaps we should do a subpoena in that light.
If he hasn't been there, it's unfair to ask him that question because it forces him to give an answer he's uncertain about.
Point accepted. I was following on a conversation we also had with Advocate Ramsamy about having seen the documents, whether or not they could, but I take your point. Mr. Rapesu, I won't take that point any further. But you then say that the discussion, you decided on approaches for the cases, including to group the cases in a particular way. Can you explain some of that?
Yes, we decided that we are going to group the cases into four groups. That will be, the first one is going to be the Lushaba matter, because that was from the look of things, that was the clear or simple one, because it had the old docket, which was opened already in 2022. So the groups were the Lushaba matter, the Madondo matter, the forklift matter, then the last one was the PKTT matter.
And even in this grouping, there doesn't seem to be reference to the Mukwele matter.
That is correct, Chair.
Okay. Then, if we can then move to your next consultation.
Before that, the notes that we're looking at page 31 up to 34, the first observation, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I have done my best to try and read your handwriting, but the first observation is it looks like the first 3 pages of that all relates to the Lushaba matter. And then you have the last...
Can I be assisted,
It's that same file that has your statement in it.
Oh.
Go to page 31. We are looking at your handwritten notes. At page 31. they refer to housebreaking. That's the theme, the main theme at page 1, page 2, I think page 3 as well.
That will be correct, Commissioner.
And this information that you have here, where does it come from? Is it what you were told in that meeting, or it's material that you got from the docket?
This information is coming from the engagements in the meeting, that is coming from the file that was provided by the advocate with the copies of the docket and the documents that Chief Perumal brought.
Okay. And am I correct that, and then page 4 of that, it seems that's for the first time then that you are making notes about the forklift. It's one line, there's another line on vetting, and there's another short line on BMW lady. And then as you carry on, there's more detail of it. Again, that detail. So you see where I'm looking at page 34? This is where it looks like you then group the matters at page 34.
Page 34.
You have forklift, you have 28 vetting files, and then you have BMW lady. You see where I'm reading?
Oh, yes.
You see where I'm reading?
I see, Chair.
And then when you carry on to the next page, those notes there, for example, about the BMW lady, where does this information come from now, as you're recording it? Let's say at page 36, you have Brigadier from BMW, she is, something is said, Kumalo/Lushaba, and then Grabbers, and something, Brigadier female, ORS. This information comes from whom amongst you, and where was it sourced from at this point? Remember, we still at that meeting in Midrand.
Yes, the issue about the BMW lady, it was coming from Chief Perumal.
Okay.
So it was just mentioned as it is. They didn't mention, the name was not mentioned. It was just the way I captured it.
Okay. And then at page 37, you've got the last two sentences there. The last two sentences, I'm more interested in the penultimate one, the first one that has a star to it.
Yes.
Can you just speak to that? It makes reference to Paul O'Sullivan.
That is correct.
What is that about?
So during the engagement in the meeting, Chief Perumal asked about a clip that was circulating. So the discussions was they tasking me to go to Mr. O'Sullivan to find out if he had opened a case against around this issue about the BMW lady, and also to find out if he has conducted or done anything on that matter. So the discussion was to give me the tasking to say I must go and find out from him what did he do on this matter.
Did you speak to Mr. O'Sullivan?
I did speak.
Following the tasking?
I did speak to Mr. O'Sullivan.
And what did he give you, or what did he say? And when I say you, I mean IDEC.
Yes. No, what he provided to me, he gave me a letter. I'm not sure whether it was the letter to the minister or from the minister, but it has something to do with that. So he also provided me with the report. On that report, there's something that we call CPB, where you check people's details or something like that. So those details, he provided them via email. He said,
whose details were there in that document, do you remember?
It was
Brigadier Mukwele.
Brigadier Mukwele's details.
Okay.
So when he forwarded the emails to me, I also noticed on the email that information was sent to Andrea Johnson on the 5th of December 2025 already.
And sent
My
to...
apologies, sorry, Commissioner Baloyi,
If
just
it's a
to
topic
correct.
that you were going to cover, I'm happy to leave it. I just thought you are moving away from these notes.
Two parts. I wanted to correct the date from the witness, which is, it's dated December. We'll ask the attorneys to hand up the 2 January, sorry. It's 5 January is the date of the 2
Mail.
emails that were sent. I'll ask the attorneys to distribute them to everyone. The consultation with Mr. O'Sullivan is dealt with in upcoming section.
Okay, I'm leaving it. You should have stopped me earlier.
My apologies. As long as I keep track of jumping around, I'm comfortable with moving forward.
Okay, all right. Mr. Raposi, we're going to stop here, and then Ms. Bowe will take you through her paces.
Thanks,
on this.
Commissioner.
Okay.
While we get the email sorted, I'm just going to move forward to the next consultation that happens in the order of things. Mr. Rapeso, if we can then go to paragraph 38, where you deal with your consultation with Mr. Adams. Can you explain what happened on that occasion?
On this occasion, Cape Town consult with Mr. Adams. We interview him. He provides us with further information that we asked for. Just to cut the matter short, we obtained the supplementary affidavits, 4 supplementary affidavits. The 4 supplementary affidavits were commissioned by myself. So,
Before we go too far into the commissioning, perhaps let's start with what was the purpose of your consultation?
the purpose of the consultation was to provide Mr. Adams with an opportunity to clarify issues about the dockets. And before that, we became aware that he was complaining that he could not have put most of the information in the dockets. So we wanted to find out from him what more did he have to give to us.
Okay, and through that process, you were then with him preparing supplementary affidavits.
That is correct.
Would this be supplementary to the A1 statements that were in the dockets?
That is correct.
Now, I just want to use one as an example, one of the supplementary affidavits. If we can go to file 9, page 3485, I think is where the first one is.
Three, 4.
3485.
I'm there, Commissioners in Chair.
Okay, so you will see there. Thank you. My apologies, I look at the screen. You will see there that, can you confirm that that is one of the supplementary affidavits you took with Mr. Adams?
I confer, Chair and Commissioners.
And you'll see, when you look through the affidavit, it's probably like 2 pages long.
That is correct.
And you'll note that even in terms of detail, it's almost as thin as the A1.
That is correct.
Can you explain why this is, in particular because the team went to Cape Town to obtain further particulars, and I would assume, to get more information so that you bolster up the A1 that's in the dockets.
That is correct, Chair, but the purpose of the exercise was not for us, for us to tell him what to tell us. We wanted to get from him what he's going to give us. So basically, he gave us the same thing that was in the A1 again.
And in consultation, did you bring that to his attention, that you are not telling us anything new? Or
Yeah, if it was in a normal way, I was going to tell him that you're not giving us fuck all. But the problem now is he's an honorable member. So I couldn't have, but just to tell the truth, we went there for nothing.
And then by way of documents, because that's also one of the other purposes, to obtain documents from him.
Yes, the main purpose was to obtain documents from him. Not literally the main purpose to obtain the documents from him, but we were hoping that he will give us something to substantiate the allegations. So when we were busy typing his affidavit, we were hoping that when he was saying that he was explaining and that he was explaining the documents, we put it in his affidavit and marked, put it on the statement that he will be attaching documents. But however, before we could finish, he indicated that he didn't have documents to give us to attach.
Just for the record, an example of when you would indicate that a document would be attached, if we can look at the affidavit in relation to the forklift matter, which is at 3487.
Yes, Commissioners.
You will see at paragraph 3, there is an indication there that documentation in this regard is attached here too as Annexure FA1. Is that what you meant by, you indicated in the...
That is correct. That is correct.
But you were not furnished with those annexures?
We were not finished with those annexures. And just to make a point also, when the interview started, when Advocate Ramsamy asked him about the documents, Mr. Fadiel already told us that he gave the documents to Chief Perumal, just before the interview started.
Okay. Would those have been the documents that Mr. Perumal then shared with you in the meeting of the 19th of December?
That is possible, yes. So I that's what I thought also, that these are the documents that he was referring to.
So in essence, there wouldn't have been other documents to disclose?
Correct.
Apart from those that you had already then seen?
Correct.
I just want to bring your attention to something where, if you go to paragraph 39 of your statement.
May I just raise something about the last sentence of paragraph 38, starting during the meeting, your statement. There you say that during that meeting, Mr. Adams showed messages said to concern the